Well, welcome in, guys. Give me 1 second. We'll get a little behind here. Hope everybody's doing well on this fine Work Tough Gear Wednesday evening. I'm going to run through who's here. Guys, if you would, as people come in, just kind of let me know they're here. I'm gonna start at the top. I hope everybody's doing all right and had a good day. Guns and Blades is first. Yodo, Jesse, Gargoyle Blades. Let's see. I wasn't as prepared as I thought. Tom, Knife Delights is here. Charles Jones, the Redneck Nerd. Byron is here. Guys, good seeing y'all. Was that Carl just seeing me? Make sure. Carl Ruger's in the house. BC Gerbs is here. Good seeing y'all, man. Hope everything is well and all that kind of good stuff. John Peters, hey, buddy, how are you? I hope you're feeling better. Guys, remember, y'all, John's had pneumonia and that other stuff. Kevin, what's going on, man? Brother, I do what I can. I mean, I'm not a vet. Joe, what's happening? I want to make that clear. But you guys, my son is, my wife is. So you guys are on my heart, and we do what we can do. And I love doing it. I hope everybody, am I saying, is it Eonians? Kimmers, hey, Miss Kimmers, how are you? Good, John, I'm glad. Ionian's Edge. Am I saying that right? Joe? Good seeing you, my boy. Rusty, how are you, buddy? Good seeing you, man. Garen, what's going on? If you're not subscribed to Ionian's Edge, would somebody throw up that link and let's try to get him going? I'm going to say it here because I think it's common knowledge, but basically his wife has cancer. So that's why the push, just trying to throw them some support. So if you would go over there and support them. Now, I hope everyone is doing good. Kevin has asked, everyone see the new Phobos release on DLT? I didn't see it, but I wonder if JR did. Because if there's a DLT release, son, he's on it. How's everybody doing tonight? Let's see. Is everybody's coming in? Well, Garrett, I'm glad you take the time, man. Thank you for stopping in. I hear you. I hear you, Rusty. Well, thank you for taking the time, man. I appreciate that. Guys, we're going to just kind of shoot shit a little bit. Now, tomorrow night, I'm having My Bad Adventures on. We're going to do a live. Been wanting to do that. So he's going to come in. J.O. Ventures Outdoors. How are you, brother? Good seeing you. Welcome in. I'm going to have on, I was going to do it tonight, and I thought, no, I want to keep it kind of, Mike, how are you, buddy? I wanted to keep it, Mike, thank you, man. We're going to discuss something real quick, but thank you for the comments, dude. I appreciate it so much. And let me touch on that. A lot of you guys are commenting a ton, and thank you so much. And I just want to say, man, I appreciate it. And I'm sorry they're always kind of generic, but and it's my fault. I put out a bunch of damn content, and I was talking to JR about this earlier, actually. That I just have something with my head, man. I'm kind of nutty. So if you comment, I'm going to respond. But I want y'all to know I appreciate it. Power play for real. How are you, buddy? Good seeing you. Straight Edge Knives, Jason Fleming. How are you? Guys, come in. Let me know what you're carrying. Let me know what's good. I know a lot of you guys are Straight Edge Knives. Bro, the Caviars is uploading. That video probably is going to upload while we're having the live. I wanted to do it earlier. Jason, I went to shout you out, buddy, and had a total brain fart. I think I got the Edge and Jason Fleming in there, so I'll pick you up on another one. Brandon Thrasher, how are you, buddy? Good. Power play. Good seeing you, man. I'm glad you're here. Thank you for taking the time. I know I'm a lot nutty. I get so wrapped up. I don't know how y'all do it, but one of the reasons that I narrate is so I don't have a 45-minute video. Glades Hunter, how are you, Bubba? And I say that honestly. The narration for me kind of helps everything. But what I do is I do all my testing, put it together, and then I narrate it. But when I'm narrating, that's the first time I'm seeing it, right? Just to give you as honest, it's an honest opinion on the knife, yes, but it's weird watching yourself. It's hard to explain. Rusty said just changed his carry, got the Tempest knives pinion. That dude, that's a great knife. Grugsy's got the Cold Steel Range Boss. I like that one. Actually, I brought out some Rosecraft blades. We'll talk about them in a minute. Today, I carried a bunch of damn knives today, man. Shore Shop, how are you? Straight Edge Knives said, I am carrying a knife I made today, little EDC blade. Jason, that Straight Edge Knives is Jason Fleming. Jason does some cool little stuff. If y'all aren't subscribed to him, man, check him out. He's got a really cool channel. He's jumped in and helped us when we needed it. Glades Hunter, I've been working the off-grid Cayman. That's a great knife. That's a great knife. Matter of fact, I've got, and I think, is this the Badger or Beaver? John Peters is carrying the Cold Steel Bush Ranger. This is an off-grid. I'm going to tell you something. Joe said, I got about 5 Medfords. Yeah, get them reviewed so you can get back to JR. Man, sent you his whole damn collection, son. I got a box, Joe. Maybe not this weekend, brother. Y'all get ready because the dog's about to go nuts. But Joe, I say Joe's name and the dogs they hate Joe. Tucker. But Joe, I'm gonna put you together a box, man, of some good fixies. Not this weekend because I got to get some of the stuff to JR. But Joe, within the next week or two, bro, I'm sending you a pretty good little box. Straight Edge Knives said, I'm trying. Still a rookie. You do pretty good. Kevin is carrying the 3V Demco Microtech UTX 85 Spartan. I love that knife. As a matter of fact, John Peters has that knife. Power Play for Real, Recon 1, Tonto, great carry. Gonzo 733 and Swiss Army Tinker. No, my dogs really do hate Joe. But I screwed up the introduction, so that was kind of my fault. But yeah, that was Tucker and Lola. No, Joe, I'm messing with Joe. I'm gonna sit down and go through some things, Joe, and we'll talk. Obviously, we always do, but I had some thoughts today, some ideas I want to send you, get your take on them. And here's the deal, guys. Y'all let me know on this. Here's the thing, because I wanted just to I like doing these lives, because they help me get my thoughts together. Gargoyle Blades said, just did a review on a true pocket knife. I need to check that out before I go to bed. Remind me. Here's the other thing, guys. Never, ever, never, ever feel bad about saying, hey, Scab, I released a video. Right now, we're on a roll. We're cooking with gas. We're doing everything we can. And I want you to understand, I'm never like in this going, screw them. A lot of times, man, I get singularly focused. Like Gerbs will send me a video. Dude, I'm great with that. So if you got one, you're like, hey man, check this out. Send it to me. Please. Because if not, and I'm telling y'all, and it's not an arrogant thing, it's just I stay so focused and putting out 9 million different shorts a day. I'll do that. Thrasher's Garage carrying the Best Tech Dundee. What do you think about that? And the off-grid Stinger XL. Keith, what's going on, man? Yep, charcoal's good. Charcoal's good. I probably do too. thinking about saying that. Jerb says smash the like button. I would appreciate it. Guys, we're doing pretty good for not really. I counted up today with the 9 million videos I've done. I've only done like 18 or 19 lives, but I like the lives and I like doing our Work Tough Wednesday lives. And I know they kind of turn into my goal for a live, just so y'all know, is just to kind of have a fireside or a dinner type chat. And that's it. Just have some fun. Keith Carpenter, what's going on, brother? Good seeing you. Just have some fun and shoot the shit. If y'all got something in the knife realm you want to talk about, let me know. But what I was going to say, guys, do y'all, like, if you're sending somebody a box of knives, what's kind of the etiquette there? Because I use my stuff, and I'm not saying that me. I'm hard on it, and I stay so busy, and I despise. And y'all, please understand what I'm saying. I hate sharpening. I hate it. It's not that I can't. I can. I can hold them pretty good, and I'm not anywhere near like good level, but I can keep them sharp. But I hate it. I know for some people, they love it. It's therapeutic, etc. It makes me want to punch the wall. Frog, how are you? All right. I asked Brandon what he thought of the Best Tech Dundee. So his response is, I think the Dundee is an impressive budget knife with super neutral ergos, an awesome flipper, and great action. I agree. And when Eric Outer sent me that, I misread the paper. It's actually that Best Tech Man line is what they're calling it, is right there with their budget line. And I'm glad I didn't read it, because I went ahead and did the review straight up, and it doesn't act. And what I'm saying there is, they said, they have a high quality, a medium, then their budget, then Best Tech. Man, I'm going to tell you, the damn thing performed. Yeah. Keith Carpenter said, same. I got zero patience. Guns and Blades said, punch the wall. I've done that. Now, for Charles Jones, it's therapeutic. It's zen. And I understand that. Freedom Frog is in the house. Frog, man, I just want to say to you publicly, thank you, bro. Not only for the comments, but for bringing up the guys you brought up. Ionian's Edge, thank you for doing that. That's really, really, really good. And I appreciate you, man. Power play for real. I try to keep my knives where they only need a ceramic rod touch up. Once they need sharpening, it's work sharp time. Yeah, I try it now. I'm a huge believer in strops. Huge believer in strops. I have zero problem stropping knife, and I try to maintain them as best I can. Once I've beat it up, and I wait till it's dull. Like dull. And then they'll go to DJ, and people said, oh, but the reason I send them to DJ is because a lot of times, guys, it's not just about, I can't sharpen it or anything like that. There's a lot of times he and I discuss things. I value his opinion, and we may change the edge profile. We may do something different. Like with my preacher, we went totally different. We changed the whole thing, took it from a solid chopper to a yeah, Joe, have a good night, man. Get those done. We'll talk in the next couple days, Bubba. But we may change like that. The preacher, we went from straight solid chopper to a bushcraft. That thing's razor sharp, or was, until I let Sean use the damn thing. I think I don't know if he cut a concrete block or what in half, but he was impressed with it. But we reprofiled that. So I said all that to say, a lot of times when I do send them to DJ, we may do something different. Hey, Stacy Bolstered Blades, good seeing you. Thank you for coming in. Glades Hunter, ceramic rods are the ticket. Yeah. Garen, I've heard that. Garen said he had a Spyderco Sharp Maker and enjoyed using it. I've heard a lot of people. I haven't heard about one in a while, but I've heard a lot of people say they enjoyed it. Miss Stacy, thank you for coming in. I appreciate you being here. we're just kind of shooting the shit. So jump in. But that's kind of my theory on it. That's kind of the deal. When they get to a point, and now I wear them out. All right. And it's not just like this weekend coming up. I'm going to do my best. I wanted to show y'all this. I'm going to do my best to do an overnight camp out over at Kirk's. So, and I'm probably going to use this. Now, I just got done stropping this. I got to clean it up, but this is the Dringer sacks. And I love, y'all know what I love. Here's what I love. I'm going to tell you. A lot of people see this knife. Yes, the Preacher is a slicer now. It does really well. DJ has worked for several OEMs. So when I'm talking to DJ, and he does a lot of the DPX Hess knives, he's putting together the Billy Waugh demos for Robert Young Pelton. So I trust him implicitly. But Mike, yeah, we changed the whole. That's not to say it won't chop. I mean, that thing's 7 millimeters thick, something like that. But I love the knife, but I wanted something a little slicier. But I'm thinking about using this knife. But what I was going to say is I get so many comments. Oh, that looks like the top storm vector. And what I want to say is, guys, do you not realize this knife's probably, the design is well, I can tell you like this. They get associated with the Vikings, the Sacs, but Saxon, but they have found these in 5th century Frankish graves. What's that, 400? So you're talking, what, 1600, 1700 years ago. That's how old this design is. So it looks like a Sax. But my point is, I'll probably use this a bunch this weekend. Now, I'll use this for everything if I do an overnight. Chopping, cutting, slicing, everything. And then it'll be time. We'll look at it. But like on this, I wouldn't reprofile this. To me, this is perfect. I absolutely. Rusty said the Sax is an ancient design. Miss Stacy said she loves the design. Yeah. I agree, and I love it. Charles Jones said, who cares? I just started content 2 months ago. I don't know what you're replying to there, but you're doing a great job. I do know that. And if y'all aren't subscribed, one of the great things that I do love about the channel, is we got a lot of content creators. So you can go to anybody in the comments, go click on their profile and go, and typically you're going to find a pretty damn good channel, which is cool. I got you. I'll tell you the truth. Was it me and you talking? Somebody said, and he's a nice guy, John, he's from England. But I'd mentioned in that video, he said, well, the Normans are from Normandy. The Vikings are from Scandinavia, basically. And I laughed. I said, yep, you might want to look up Rollo because he was the founder of the Normans. But the Sax is ancient. And and it's proven. It's proven. Miss Stacy, I do too. It's the all-terrain tactical. I love the damn thing. Okay, so we got some different things going on. Alan Walker, how are you, buddy? Recently found your channel. Great content. The knife testing reviews are top tier, brother. Thank you. I appreciate that. Wiz Turk, what's up, brother? Alan, thank you, man. I appreciate that. Hey, I'm late. Just stopping in to say happy work tough gear, or happy work tough Wednesday, everyone. Hey, brother, happy work tough. Gerbs, everybody's telling you to get some green compound. Lefty. Lefty said he came for the edge angles, but I guess I'll watch a chop a horse. Well, I was going to set that up for later in the thing, but we may go ahead and chop one in twain as it speaks. So here's the deal. Again, guys, as you're coming in, if you're not subscribed to Ionian's Edge, please do so. We're trying to help him out, get subscribers up, and I know you guys will do that. Here's the deal, guys. I need some advice, and I messaged JR today and was just kind of talking to him a little bit. I've got to get to a point in a place, man, where, and Kev, I know you get a lot of hate, so Ionian is great. I got to get to a point in a place where one comment don't bother me. And we talk about a lot and people say, let it go. And I would to God that I could. And it's not, again, I know there's nothing I can do, but I've got to find a way to do that, man. And what I don't want to do is ignore comments, because I love that. That's the thing with me. I love our interaction. Once I've kind of got the gist of the lives, just kind of going back and forth with you guys in the comments, I love it, because somebody said, well, don't answer comments. Well, I can't do that. I want to Monkey Mike, what's up? I want to interact. That's the whole point of doing this. Tom Ritter, how are you, Bubba? If you're not subscribed to Tom, you're missing out. Okay, Miss Stacy, pronounce E-O-N. Okay, tell me if I'm right. Eonans. Well, you know what, Lefty? Here's the deal. After I've already made fun of someone's mom, then I think about it. Then I'm like, damn, I should have let that go. But by then, you're in there. But I'm going to have to, because as the more that with the shorts, I mean, you're just out there, dude. We leave, like I said, when we leave the community, there's safety in the community. Like, I know when Kevin posts, Lefty posts, he's messing with me and we can laugh and we'll message and laugh. But when you leave the community, man, and I need that. I need some of that. It's good to get beat up on a little bit. Tom, I don't know if I should read that. Oh, my Lord. Okay. Tom said, I asked him how he's doing. Tom said, beat up, man. Hit his head through the bathroom door on a fall today. Man, I hope you're okay. I really, really hope you're okay, dude. That's not a good time. I can tell. I've done that back, and I know it was an accident back when I drank. Now, I never quit drinking, but I quit drinking. Megan, bless her heart, if I'm ever gone, well, Tom said he's okay and alive, and that's a good thing. If I'm ever gone, or Megan ever decides to get on here and tell some stories, I came home one night and fought a bush in the front yard, and I lost bad. And then she thinks she's slick, but I actually, for some reason, decided it was like 32 degrees, decided I was going to sleep outside on my weight bench. So that wasn't a good look either. So, it's hard to ignore. Jason from Straight Edge, Lefty said ice, Tom. Straight Edge said it's hard to ignore bad comments, but it's better if you do. I know, man. I know. You know what it is with me? It's that spur of the moment. It's that bam. It's not, because if I, like, when I get home in the afternoons, or before I go, like tonight, before I go to bed, I'll kind of go through there and look. If I'm going through and look, I'm like, okay, I know what it's going to be. But it's the spur. And that's what I got to work on. And verbalizing it sometimes with me helps. Oh, that bush whipped my ass, son. I mean, oh my God. It was bad. It was bad. And then went to go in the house and fell over the porch. I fell up the stairs. So I've been there. And then not too long ago. Yeah. Well, I mean, if you really take a long, hard look at me, Lefty, look, watch. See that eye? I mean, one ear's lower than the other. I know, right? And Rusty, let me tell you something. Rusty's a good dude, and I talked to him a lot. Him and JR have to hear some of my insanity. Yeah, I'm working on it. I told Megan today, Yeah, Guns and Blades said, I'll show you guys some shit and hate. Oh, I bet you do. I bet you do, man. And we all get it. That's the thing. And that's why I'm kind of asking you, and because a lot of you guys do handle it very well. A lot of you guys. Kev is one of the best at just rolling with the punches. And I'm trying. I'm trying. That's exactly. Hey, look. Right. Well, I was on drugs. I was going to say I was sober, but I wasn't. But Megan, y'all know she does the Monarch thing. When we lived at the other house, I don't know why I was high at 1 PM, but I was. So I go out. Richard, what's going on, brother? I go out. I'm going to go help Meg with her Monarch thing, right? Son, I open the door and there's about 4 steps. And if you've ever lived in Florida, you know that we have what they call an alligator step. Carl and I have some really good conversations. Absolutely. And Carl's always there if I need him. And that's big to me. See, that's the thing, guys. I don't ever want to get to a point where people go, and me and Jerbs talk a lot too. But if you ever been in Florida, there's a thing called an alligator step where it's about a foot, right? Now, does it stop an alligator? No, they can climb a fence. We've all seen the footage. But my fat ass walked out that door, son, and I guess that's how I floated. And the only way I can explain it to y'all, I didn't fall as much as I ran straight down into the ground. Megan never turned around. All she said, because y'all got to realize back then it was a different deal. Different. Thank you, Power Play. It was a different deal back then. We had a different deal going on, right? She about had her fill. All she said was, you better not have broke my plants. I wiped them plants out, dude. The lady 2 doors down from us, I hit so hard, the lady 2 doors down, I heard her say, oh my God, is he dead? That was like one of the times I just thought, I might want to hang this up. But that was just one of the things. I had some, Charles Jones said I had some interesting situations at 2 PM from painkillers. Amen. Stacy, born and raised in Tampa, Swamp Girl in Kentucky. One of my best friends is from Kentucky. That's one state I've never been to, and I've always kind of wanted to go see the bluegrass. Power Play for real said, Scab, you're always diplomatic with comments that would piss most. Let me put it like this, guys. On the long form videos, yes. Long form videos, it's shorts. And I'll give you an example. I did a video today. The Caviars is coming out. So I was at work on break. I walk out. I said, shit, I'm going to do a short. So I stabbed a tire, right? Well, I don't pick the tire. I just go out and stab it. If it stabs it, great. If it don't, I'm not showing it. Nobody wants to see you screw up stabbing a tire. So I stabbed a tire and pull it. It cut. And the guy wasn't even he's like, well, why don't you run it across the treads? And it's not the hate comments that bother me, right? And I don't even know how he said it. See, that's one thing I've got to get used to. There's so much lost in text. And y'all know if you got significant others texting back and forth, especially guys, we screw up. And I just overreacted. And it's not, I've been called fat in every language across the world, including sign language, and I'm fine with it because I'm overweight. I lost 80 pounds. I'm doing the best I can, but I don't get mad at that, right? Kevin is from Orleans, New York, home of K-Bar. You know what, dude? And cut go. I knew Glades Hunter. I was waiting on you. You never heard of a gator step? It might be up here, man, because they can't. That's the thing, and it might be something that we use to mess with Yankees because we will do that. Me and my dad had Meg convinced that grits grew on trees. She still gets mad about that. But it's just a high, and really I think what it's more for is flooding. Like you'll have normal step, and then it goes. Yeah, Richard said, I don't think even a Ginsu knife will cut across tire tread. No, I'm like, dude, come on. Then we see if it's sharp. Well, why don't you do it? Why don't you take one of your $300, or wait a minute, one of your $30 knives with good edge geometry and go cut across one? Oh, you're not going to. Shut the hell up. But it's stupid to let that bother me. That's my thing. Rusty said, I have to reread I bet. Have to reread all of my work correspondence for tone. People can be so damn sensitive. Thank you, Jason. Straight Edge Knives, congratulations on the weight loss. I'm down 50 pounds as well. Yeah, man, you too. You too. Freedom Frog said, I'm a Yank now, but born in Tennessee. Yeah, you can kind of tell that. Mike is in Conway. Oh, yeah. Gargle said, don't forget to measure that grind too. Lord have mercy. But I think it's something we used to mess with Yankees. Richard, I got to get with you this weekend, man. My Tom, that's shocking. Tom, y'all know Tom's a Yankee? Oh, and Tom, I wanted to tell you, the short that I made that said, Dear Tom, that was not to you. That was another one I overreacted to. My bad. Here's the deal. Yeah, straight edge, man. That's great. 50 pounds anytime. But see, here's the thing, and that's we're going to talk about it in a minute. The deal with the Canadian, I'm not giving him any press or any credit. But the thing that bothered me, and I wanted to say this, I don't care what matters to you on a knife. If it matters to you, then it matters to you, right? The big thing for me on a knife is the handle. That's a huge thing for me. It was the way that it was gone about. That's the part that I just could not get past. That just bothered, and it not for me, but for some other folks who because everybody in the comments that has a channel, or if you've ever had a channel or any of that, you know what it takes, man. We put ourselves out, and it's not like a heroic thing. That's not it. But man, you put yourself out here, you bust your ass. I know Kev puts in a ton of time. I know Thrash, Tom Ritter, all you guys, Frog, Stacy, everybody in the comments, Charles. It's one thing if a troll snipes us. Okay, that's part of the game. But when somebody that's supposed to be with us does it, it's a different deal. That's what got me. That's what got it. It wasn't his talking, but it wasn't any of that. But that was it. I didn't like that. Knife Delight's probably had the best response of anybody. Best response of anybody. All right, let's see. I live near Lake O in Martin County. We got high water steps in these parts. Glades Hunter. Yeah, I know you're Okeechobee. Stephen Wallace, what's up, brother? Good seeing you. Miss Stacy, just point of fact, 90% of my family is of Scottish heritage. King James the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. I believe were my 15th, 16th, 17th, and 18th great grandfathers. I went out of the line. King James the 4th was killed. I believe it was September 13th, 1513, I think, or 1315. I'd have to look it up because at the Battle of Flodden, 3/4 of the Scottish nobility was wiped out. A lot. He was my grandfather, James the 4th, led. But I lost a lot of ancestors. Now, his son was a bastard, and that, like, his son that was king was not mine, but his other son that was a bastard, I go out of the line there. But the vast majority of my family is of Scottish heritage. I love genealogy. Huge, huge, huge. Legion Tactical said the dude divided so many subscribers. The dude's followers were saying a lot of shit. Yeah. There's a lot of division. We can heal that. And we will heal that. And by doing things with like Ionion's Edge and things like that, that's how we heal that, Grugsy. That's how we bring that back. We bond and we help and we move forward. Yeah, and that Power for Play. What gets me is channels that don't even have a video most times that troll, and but see, some of those, that's just what they do. But I've seen a few comments that are always good with comments, positive or negative. There's always a point to make, and that's a great point. Not everybody has to agree with me. My knife acumen is nowhere near where it needs to be. It's just not. Using a knife, I'm okay there. We're learning. That's why I try to do it every day. Mike said American. Well, I'm huge into genealogy, so I've got ancestors that go all the way back to the Mayflower. The crazy thing is this, guys: 99% of my family is all from the South. A few come in through New York, but the vast majority is from the South. Miss Stacy said, I only know a bit, McGregor. I just like it. I like it. Jesse, no last name, said Scott's Irish here. Well, Scab, if you're learning measure your plate, I'm all right. If it cuts, see, that's what, and here's the deal. I could understand. I guess I could understand until you bring out something that ain't gonna happen. I mean, let me show y'all a couple examples. We are a knife channel, so let's talk some knives. And I brought out these for this kind of thing. Here's my Rosecraft blades. This is what I got so far. I got a box coming, but this is the Pocket Monster. I bought this one. This is the Mohawk. And if I could make any recommendation, and I know I say I'm not the QVC and I'm not, this is a great little knife. It's just a great little knife. It's plenty of handle. This is a knife I truly, Richard, how are you, brother? I'm glad, man. This is a knife I truly carry. Rusty, have you not got your Pocket Monster yet? I thought I had a box. The Alenta and the Ajunta, I think I have coming, but I'm impressed with them so far. But I was sitting there going, thank you, Glades Hunter. That's me, dude. Well, you know what? Because I have a channel, let me say this. Because I have a channel and because we do knife reviews, and that's one thing that I do kind of want to throw out there. For me, I have, and I thought about this the other day, and this is a good topic. I always say I don't care what the knife looks like. In terms of the channel, I don't. In terms of the channel, I do not. It's about the demonstration. It's about the review. In terms of carry, I absolutely do. That's why if you see me somewhere else, or we're talking about somewhere else or something else, then yes, the looks matter. But when I'm saying in terms of the channel, it doesn't matter to me, right? So do you got it? Thrash said the Alenta is a surprisingly awesome knife. You know what? That's where I saw it. Knife Delights. Have a good one. Good night, Tom. Yeah, and Jerb said the best knife is the one you have in your hand when you need one. That's true. Richard says that a lot. That's true. That's true. I just happen to have probably 5 or 10 of them on me at all times. So I promise you I got the one I need. Let's see. Okay, Rusty, and I'm glad you brought that up. I highly recommend checking out a new up-and-coming knife store at Blue Creek Knives. Brian, the owner, is a firefighter. Seen a lot about Blue Creek. I'll probably check them out because I know a lot of you guys are going that way, and they seem to be reputable, and they seem to have it down pat, and they seem to be doing the right things. But what I was going to say is this: when it comes to reviewing knives or demonstrate whatever it is called, right? I don't give a shit. I'm not going to, because if I'm going to sit here and preach, hey, the point of my channel is, does the knife, right? Then that's on somebody else. Is it a little lazy or cheating? No, because I put in that caveats video. I probably got 4.5, 5 hours. Now think about this, okay? Everybody puts in a lot of time because you got to edit, you got to do all this. I try to put out 4 or 5 long form videos a week, man. I've got 25, 30 hours of doing that shit. That was everything, mate. Don't talk shit when you're sitting on your fat ass. Don't talk about lazy. Don't do that. I'm getting mad. I'm gonna move on from it. But that was the other thing. Nothing lazy. I don't give a shit. Does it cut? Y'all don't come here to go, Scab, how's that? You don't. There are other channels that are better at doing that communicate it better, and they do a phenomenal job at doing so and talking about fit and finish. That's why you go to those channels. That's why I always shout out other channels. Period. This ain't a one-man gang. There's no one channel that can cover everything. There's not. Not that I've seen. And I've seen a bunch. All right, Richard, hit me up, man. We'll coordinate, because we got a couple things to coordinate anyway. Hit me up in the morning, man. I got a stump coming. Oh, Richard, before you go, we gotta go out there and help Garen at some point too. We got to cut up a sycamore, which means you probably got to do it and I'll supervise. But I know you're looking forward to it. Charles Jones said, I use my SE4 HM. Frogman, I appreciate you, dude. Thank you so much. Well, I have fun too. Don't get it twisted. Thank you, Bubba. I have fun too. A lot of fun. But it is, I'm just saying, man, it's you know, we're moving on from that guy. I did tell Kev what I'd like to do. I'm hoping that dude goes to Knife Blade Show so I can beat his ass with that little machine, but that's being a little mean. So, see, that's what I'm saying. I just overreact. I'm kidding. I know how y'all can be. Thrasher said he lost his hectorectometer, so I can't measure the damn plane. But you guys get my point. Like, Thrasher's really good on the technical side. Now I look over at Charles Jones, and Charles is really good on the modification and the experience side. And then I look over at like, say, Grugsy, who come in out of collecting, and he's moving into going out and demonstrating and really enjoying himself. And everybody offers a different take. And that's what they do. And I like that. I know Gargoyle Blade said I need my app, but I need to get it going big time. And the other side is this: shout out Gargoyle's Blades with swords. I mean, we all offer something different. That's the point, man. Dude, do you not get it? What do you not get? So let's go something positive. Yeah, Grugs does a great job, man. He's really turned it up and really turned it on. And the thing about that too is, like, with the demonstration, I'll tell y'all this, to each and every last one of y'all who are subscribed to me, and people that watch this later, thank y'all so much. Last night, before I went to bed, one of my old videos popped up. It was, oh my God, it was awful. Well, so what I'm saying is, thank you guys for checking out the channel. Thank you guys for subscribing, and thank you for, and it's not that they're much better now, but good Lord, son. One, I look like Moose Gnu sitting up there, could barely breathe. And two, one video I watched, it was 7 minutes before I cut anything. I'm like, dude. But we learn. Gargoyle's Blade said he just ordered a new Japanese weapon. We'll be on the lookout for that. Thrasher's Garage said Grugs is killing it as of late. He has for sure turned it up, and he has. Freedom Frog Gear, Gargoyle's Blade is so damn educational and interesting. That is the truth. Kevin said, yeah, I'm a collector. Why do I do it? Collector first, as I own close to 900 different knives, dude. That's impressive. But I also thoroughly love to use my knives and sharpen them as well. Thank you for bringing up that point. when I talk about using a knife, I'm not, we've kind of, and again, there's always that little, there's the tabletops and there's all that. When I talk about use, I'm not talking about like collectibles, right? There's certain knives I'll never use, man. Ever. Um, ever. So I'm not talking that. I'm just saying we see all of these. Richard Burns said, I don't know much about building knives. All I know is that I love knives and you guys share the best shorts on the coolest knives. Thank you, man. Thank you. Now, if we can get you converted to some long form videos, that would be great too. And I'm glad you enjoy the shorts, man. I'm glad somebody does. 900's a lot of damn knives, Kevin. That's impressive. Impressive. You know what I've done? And Kevin said he's always looking for an excuse. Samurai Bird, what's up, brother? To use them. I've just kind of made it a point. Like, I'll do a few shorts before I go to bed. I've got to start showing some different knives. I've got a few I want to do. And I'm going to cut some more paper for my buddy Tom, who doesn't like paper cutting. But I always find myself, like, I've got a stick in the yard that I make sure at least 5, 6, 7 minutes a day, I go out there and just practice skills on. I just love using a knife. It's fun. That for me is relaxing. Like for some folks, it's sharpening. For some folks, and I say this awesome. I mean, honestly, there are some folks, man, who get that same Zen type feeling by cleaning, collecting, and leaving it. And I understand that. So I would never knock that. For me, just kind of going out, and that's why I like a sharp knife too. Just to go out and just practice. Just have fun. Like this weekend, I'm really thinking it's supposed to be, I think the high in the high 70s, low in the 50s. So for here, I'm 5 minutes from the river. That means that it'll feel really nice at night. We might do a camp out behind Kirk's, just get a little fire going and just get out. And enjoying it and taking a few knives and doing some stuff. That's why I put the outdoors on there, so I could do some of that. And I've got that huge LT Wright. I've got the TM Hunt. I've got the Bark River Tracker. I've got one more Nesmic. I've got the Gorilla. I'm drawing a blank on that, and I don't want to do that. I'll put it in the description, but I've got that coming up as well, a whole set where it's a knife, a fire kit. That might be what I use this weekend. So I've got 6 or 7. I said all that to say I've got 6 or 7 more knives, plus JR's got another box coming. So we've got some really, really cool stuff coming up. And then what I would like to do is break out some. I've got a whole chest full of old stuff y'all hadn't seen yet that I'd like to break out. Dwayne, what's going on, man? Good seeing y'all. My thoughts, I have not. Lefty EDC asked me, have you tested a chickadee yet? Are you messing with me, dude? I haven't. I'd like to if you got one, unless you're messing with me. Jerbs asked me, what are my thoughts on the Bark River Tracker? Well, it's Bark River, so it's quality, straight up. I mean, it just is. It's a hunk of steel, dude. It's probably it. J.O., good seeing you, man. J.O. Adventures Outdoors, thank you for coming in. We're not going to be much longer, guys. Probably 5 more minutes and we'll wrap it up. We went a little long. Okay, so what's a chickadee? Now I'm feeling stupid. Thank you, Lefty, for making me feel stupid. Rusty said, I would love to see Scab test a chickadee. Holy smokes. Jerbs, I love the knife. I love the initial. See, I'm a little different. I'm a little different. Rusty, good seeing you, man. Thank you. Thank you for stopping in. I kind of like the tracker. I like the challenge of the tracker. right? I don't get into the whole Tom Brown thing and all that. When I went to camp at Blackie's, we had a long discussion one night. We would sit around the fire every night, which if y'all ever can do that and go to Blackie Thomas's gathering, I promise you it's worth it. But we kind of had a long talk about that. And I got Blackie's thoughts on it, and I enjoy the tracker from a standpoint of it's challenging, and I've barely scratched the surface with it. So I'm probably going to do a review on it and then get with JR and see if he has like that tops tracker, because I want to get him. Guys, what y'all don't realize a lot of times is JR will buy something and send it to me before he ever gets it. So I don't like sitting on his stuff long, because I mean, you buy something to enjoy it. And he doesn't mind, and he's going to watch this and say, Scab, and I know you don't mind, brother, but it's just courtesy. But my point, Gerbs, is I will do the review on the Bark River. I'll do a review, give you my thoughts, and then I'll give you an in-depth type thing on a live. And then I want to do a tops tracker because I like them. The Chickadee, is that a super small fixed blade? Yeah, Power Play. He is, dude. That guy, I watched 3 videos of his today on the way home. And I'll tell you this, what you see, and Tom Ritter knows Blackie. What you see on the video is the way that dude is. I pulled up, and this is the God's honest truth. You guys are used to the way I look. Most people, when I get out, are not used to the way I look. I pulled up in a Gold Crown Vic in the middle of nowhere. Now, I'm as Southern as they come, grew up in Hazelhurst, Georgia. So none of that is out of my element. But I pulled up to Lake Geneva in South Alabama, where my son lives 2 hours north there. And my son said, Dad, if you hear banjos, just head up to the house, because it's way off the thing. Have a good night, Mike. And thank you again. Hey, Lefty, whatever you send, son, I'll do. I saw I'm not even going to try to say it. Lefty said, I also got how do you, Quachetti? I'm curious. Kev, whatever you send, we'll try out. But what I was going to say is, guys, Blackie, dude is salt of the earth, man. I pulled up, he walked up, we shook hands. He said, man, I got to run to town. He got back a couple hours later and that's a good thing, because he missed a lot of profanity with me. I went to Blackie's. I'm going to tell y'all this and we'll wrap it up. And thank you guys for being patient. Thank y'all so much. But I went to Blackie with 2 tarps. Never in my life, other than what y'all seen the video, me set it up in the front yard. Now, I've been camping in a tent once or twice. I've played in the woods my whole life, been used to it. But I show up to South Alabama, son, in a Gold Crown Vic with 2 tarps, no pegs, none, or those metal ones that you could bend with 2 fingers, a bunch of paracord. I look like the Fred Sanford out there. But Blackie is I wouldn't trade that time. I would not trade 1 minute of that time. I'm going back in April, and I am super, super. Blackie has a Frozen Foot gathering in February. I was supposed to go when the hurricane came through, but I'd been sick that week, and the hurricane, they had a small, wasn't really a private thing, but not many people knew, and I was going to go over there for that weekend, and it just didn't work out. But if you guys get a chance, follow Blackie Thomas. If you're in the South, or hell, if you're up north, wherever you're at, if you want an adventure and you just like camping in the outdoors, go in April to the gathering. I'll be there. There's some other YouTubers there. It's a great time. All right. Yeah, Grugsy's got a Legion Tactical. Grugsy is Legion Tactical. He's got the tops tracker. All right, guys. We got to get going. You guys have been awesome. We've been doing this for 55 minutes. Y'all have heard me ramble. Glades Hunter said, I have a RS6 Predator and a tracker I made myself. See, that's cool, man. That's cool. I would love to be up there, man. Jerbs lives on an island that's just dope. Dope. Well, listen, I'll keep talking if y'all keep listening. I'm not going to do that to you. Guys, I love y'all, man. Thank you for everything. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the support. Thank you for listening. Keith Carpenter, good night. Jason, good night. Jerbs, good night. Charles, Garen, Grugsy, Carl, Gargoyles, Kevin, man, love y'all. Good night, Byron. Good night. Good night to everybody. Thank y'all. Hey, next weekend, October the 19th, old Scabber's birthday. Brandon, have a great night. A week from now is my birthday. We're going to do a blowout bash. It's going to be exciting. Miss Stacy, thank you so much for coming by. I'm so appreciative. Good night, guys. Samurai Bird, later, brother. Love y'all. We'll talk to you soon. I'm gone, son. Jesse, good night. Guns and Blades, good night. See, I'll keep doing this. Good night.